This is run by a charity organisation. It's amazing that they've managed to keep this airplane operating for all those number of years. It's quite remarkable.
Undertaking just running the engines is, let alone flying the beast.
Yes, it's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and I have no idea how much it costs to run this particular aircraft for the display that we're going to enjoy. But when you consider it all comes from a charitable donation, it's testament to all the volunteers and Sunday particularly in the European theatre, and especially those of the United States Army Air Forces, at least the 8th Air Force stationed in East Anglia during World War II, because the B-17 is such a concrete symbol, isn't it, at that time when so many East Anglian airfields were turned over to the Americans during the latter part of World War II. Yes, East Anglia, all around these parts, Cambridgeshire, Suffolk, and across the Northamptonshire, became little USA. And had quite an impact on the population in the eastern counties. Campaign, which had practiced in the skies of California and Arizona and all those wonderful places in America. When they came over here, the weather was quite different and became a much more difficult proposition, particularly when they were faced by the might of the Luftwaffe. We remember the catastrophic raids on Schweinfurt, the ball bearing plants in that particular area. Sadly, they had to go back again, and during the course of those raids, they did suffer huge casualties. But one of the things that changed all of that around, apart from growing Allied air superiority in the skies over mainland Europe, was the appearance of more effective escort fighters to accompany not just the B-17, but also their colleagues on the US Army Air Force's daylight raids, the consolidated B-24 Liberators, to their targets and back.
8th Air Force started operations with its B-17s from England in the summer of 1942, the only fighters at the disposal of the US Army Air Forces to provide escort were Supermarine Spitfires, Mark 5s. In fact, the Mark 9 wasn't even available at that stage in quantity for those missions, and the Spitfire was not a long-legged fighter in that guise. But when first, particularly the P-47 Thunderbolt and then the P-51 Mustang that we're soon to see came along, finally they had those all-important effective escorts.
Yes, and that really did change the dynamic of the air war over Europe. And it's worth remembering that the very first raid by the B-17s was launched from Northamptonshire, from Grafton Underwood, and it was led by Paul Tibbets, who became rather well more known for later in the war when he flew on the B-29 mission to Hiroshima, which dropped the atomic bomb.
That one of so many B-17 bases in East Anglia, many of them now, in fact nearly all of them, have some form of memorial. Many of them have been overflown by Sally B over the years.
And Sally B always flies over Mattingly, which is just 4 miles up the road. It's also secondary gig in the UK.
And that subject status as a flying memorial to the Allied efforts in the skies of Europe during World War II has become all the more important in recent years, as therefore have the efforts of the team under the leadership of Ellie Sallingbow and the Sally B Supporters Club membership in keeping this aeroplane flying in private hands without official support in the UK. The final pass with smoke on to represent 2 damaged engines depicts the fashion in which many shot-up B-17s returned to their bases if they were lucky enough to do so during World War II. It also pays tribute to the members of the Sally B Supporters Club, and I'm sure there are many of you in the audience today. Has been a difficult couple of years for Sally B, owing to the cancellation of its 2020 season by the pandemic, but luckily, as you were saying, it's been back on the circuit for 2021, albeit with fewer displays to attend, with still a truncated calendar, so naturally funds have been running short. Please do go along to the Sally B stand in front of where the aircraft will park up, just alongside Andrew Dixon, who flew the aeroplane for us yesterday, who is another of Europe's great multi-engined exponents, and alongside Peter on the flight deck today as co-pilot is Paul Szluha. They're bringing the aircraft into land. Its final display of the 2021 season. May there be many more for it in 22.
We should mention, of course, that Sally B still carries the logo Memphis Belle from the David Putnam movie in which she starred, of course.
Yes, and was the most active of the B-17s involved in the production, definitely. And the late Peter Brown, who was this aircraft's chief engineer for so many years, was really instrumental in the engineering efforts for the whole movie. But now we turn our attention to the fighters of the US 8th and 9th Army Air Forces in the European theatre. Of course, types that were stationed here at Duxford when it was Station 357 of the US Army Air Forces from 1943 through until after the end of the war in 45. But we change our scene to one of the under attack from the Luftwaffe. as so often, 3 Spanish-built Rolls-Royce Merlin-engined Hispano HA-1112 Bouchons. Aircraft has had many cinematic credits to their name, not least Battle of Britain and indeed Memphis Belle. Playing the part of British BF-109s, specifically the sort of late war 109G and 109K models, with which the Luftwaffe attempted to hold the line in 1944-45.
We're working pyrotechnics in this system, so many people working.
This is where we expect them to draw the ire of the airfield defences.